In this video, we are going to look at creating drag and drop sort of infinite, you can't make them infinite, but we can make that effect in a Google Slides activity. So maybe a template where students are going to drag and drop different things. There are a couple different options that you have. You can insert an image, or you can find an image, something that you want to use. For this example, we are going to look at a shape within Google Slides. So there are different shapes that you have options to select. I am going to select this one that looks like a sticky note. So if you're creating a digital notebook for students or some sort of planning template where a group of students is going to collaborate and make an activity and you want them to use sticky notes, this is a great use of this tool. So you add the sticky note. You have the option then you can format the color. I'm going to make it blue. And then you can resize it to whatever size is going to meet the needs of this activity. I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller by dragging the corner. So now is where we're going to clone it to make a big stack of them so that students can use as many as they need to brainstorm and complete their activity. So what we're going to do is click on it. I'm going to hit Control D, which is to duplicate an item. I just hit 10 so that we had a stack. Now I need to line them up. You could just click and drag and line them back up and stack them on top of one another, but there is a shortcut trick that you can use to line them up without you having to manually do it each time. To do the little trick, you're going to do a marquee select. So that means you're going to click up above and you want to select the entire stack. You're going to right click and you're going to go down to Align Horizontally and you want to select Center. Now it's aligned them all horizontally. Next, we're going to go down, we're going to right click and go down to Align Vertically, and we want to select Middle. And now it's made a nice neat stack of those. We should have 10 in our stack. What I like to do after I make my stack of 10 is marquee select again, so click and drag over that. That way it selects the entire stack. If you just click on the first one, you're only on that first sticky note. But now, if I marquee select and I hit Control D, I should have now doubled the original stack that I have. And then, as long as it is selected, you can click and drag. And notice how you have the little lines to help you make sure you line it up. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to marquee select, Control D. And I am going to keep making stacks and duplicates of my stacks until I think I have enough for the activity that I'm asking my students to complete. Once you have them all stacked up, you can either make sure, again, you marquee select if you want to move them. You can either leave them somewhere on the slide, maybe you want to leave them in the corner, or remember you can make use of the gray space off the slide if they're going to have other things on the slide, and that way they can double click on the sticky note and notice they get a cursor so they can type onto the sticky note, and then they will be able to drag it onto the slide for their use.